this up on your screen. This is actually a post just coming in from Fox 26 Houston saying that two North Texas men have been indicted for an alleged scheme to sail to a foreign island, murder all the men, and enslave the women and children. Again, Fox 4 Dallas reporting here that that is an island of about 87,000 people. Right now, we do want to head to a quick 2-minute commercial break, but we will have a lot more coverage of these live events on the.
Hey guys, so whenever I need more space in my wardrobe, I sell everything I don't wear anymore on Vinted. It's an app for secondhand fashion. I can get some extra cash by giving my clothes a second life. Win-win. And best of all, there are no selling fees, so everything you make is yours. Selling on Vinted is easy. You just take a picture of the item you want to sell and upload it. And since you set the price, you've got a better chance to earn back what you want from it. So what are you waiting for? Download the Vinted app today. If you don't wear it, sell it.
Next.
Right this second, at some movie theater somewhere, popcorn and someone really wants a soda. But soda's like something you drink on the weekends, and today's only Tuesday.
Soda, please.
Take your time.
Mom!
What if there were a better soda? Kay, I brought the puppy.
I can see them.
That was actually pretty easy.
They'll do nothing.
That grabs the sugar. Pass me one. No, I can't. I'm just a voice. For day 2 of your period, your daily run, or that sneeze, you know the one. You need underwear that works for your body. You need Knix. Super comfy, super absorbent, and ready for every day. Knix undies work just as hard as you do, no matter the leak. Trusted by millions, not just because they're an easy choice, but because they work. Knix, for your leaks, for your life.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome in here on Live Now from Fox. It is Friday, November 21st. My name is Josh Breslow. I've been here with you for the past several hours as we take a look at all of your live events and top stories. Right now, I do want to take you out once again to this live look that we have over Portland as we continue to cover the latest on a shooting there in Portland, Oregon. Now, it appears this is not inside of a business, according to police. It is outside, but that 2 people have been shot. At this point, no other information has been released as far as a search for a suspect or suspects, or exactly, whether these 2 victims are in critical condition, if they are having minor injuries. Again, they were taken to a hospital, so we are working to gather all of those details here. But as you can see, a pretty large crime scene with several different agencies on the scene. If there is a news conference, anything of that nature, we will bring that to you here on Live Now from Fox. And I do want to stay in that general region for another here on Live Now. This photo that you're seeing and several others here on your screen are coming in from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Western District of Washington. You can see guns, there's cash and drugs, all of that, as the U.S. Attorney's Office gave an update here to provide a little bit more information about this investigation.
There was a big bust in Queens.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm U.S. Attorney
Neil
Floyd. I'm joined today by Special Agent in Charge David Reams, Assistant Chief Nicole Powell from the Seattle Police Department, Snohomish County Sheriff Susie Johnson, and other people that I want to recognize that are in the room. Special Agent in Charge Carrie Nordic from IRS Criminal Investigations, Jonathan Weiner from Executive Director of Northwest Intensity Drug Task Force, and Snohomish Regional Drug Task Force Commander Dave Hayes.
What is happening?
As many of you know, I began my work about a little over 20 years ago with the Department of Justice when I was Assistant United States Attorney. And I've been in this position now for about 6 weeks. And we're here today to highlight what is the culmination of months, and if you were to combine it, close to years, of quality work on behalf of all the people that you see in front of you, in addition to the people in my office, the prosecutors that worked hard on these cases. I had the fortune of, on October the 28th, of being at the command center for the Drug Enforcement Agency to actually observe one of the execution of all the search warrants in these cases. We executed a dozen search warrants, and when you have the opportunity to see it, you learn lots of things. Obviously, I'm familiar with drug prosecutions. I have done that before, but it's a different thing when you're actually watching it. I watched as these arrests occurred. They were made safely. We took a lot of drugs off the streets, a lot of guns off the street, but it's still, you're cognizant of the fact that this is a dangerous operation. When you go out into the public and you execute warrants, you do everything that I witnessed that night. It takes a lot, and I'm very proud of the work that I got to watch in person, and also that I know that goes on every day here at the U.S. Attorney's Office and with all the law enforcement agencies that are here today. It also reminded me of one truth when you go through these type of investigations. What you start with is not necessarily what you get at the end. So when you start an investigation, it may start from something small, it grows into something larger, and you end up with what you think is just going to be a regular drug case. Often it can turn into many things. And so you follow the money, you follow the drugs, you do the investigation, but you don't know who the people are going to be at the end of the operation. And at the end of the operation, you don't know if they're going to be from the local area, if they have criminal records, how dangerous those criminal records are. You don't know if they're United States citizens or illegal immigrants. You just don't know. So the one thing that drives the operation is not the people, it's the activity. It's the activity that they're engaged in, and also following the investigation and take it where it leads you. And at the end of the day, you end up with, like in these investigations, a family of 5 brothers and sisters that were very much involved in the drug trade. And in one case, the other case, you follow a significant amount of drugs and guns that you get off the street.
Zatoshi 444, I apologize.
And a
I stepped away for a second.
Which we didn't expect when we started the operation. 4 of our prosecutors worked very hard in this. They executed warrants, they drafted warrants, presented evidence to the grand jury, and we're looking forward to presenting this evidence ultimately at trial. I want to thank everyone that's been involved so far in their hard work, and I want to turn this over to Dave Reams, Special Agent for the DA. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Dave Reams. I'm the Special Agent in charge of the Seattle Field Division of the Drug Enforcement Administration. So we cover Washington, Oregon, Alaska, and Idaho. I'm glad to appear today with our partners at the Seattle Police Department, the Snohomish County Sheriff's, the Internal Revenue Service, the Snohomish Regional Drug Task Force,
and
Zatoshi Drug Trafficking Area,
444,
and U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Washington.
I think I missed you.
As we highlight the fine work of our team,
I stepped away.
Operation
2 seconds.
and Operation Good
It's
Times.
always like that, isn't it?
Both of these cases target transnational criminal organizations
We're talking about
outside the United
transnationals,
States
not
that
transgenders.
traffic poison to the greater Puget Sound region. Our team took enforcement action on October 28th in the first case, Correcaminos, which means road runner in Spanish. This investigation targeted a Sinaloa cartel-affiliated group led by Jose Navarro Hernandez from Marysville, Washington, and others, including Jose Sandoval Zuniga, a drug and weapons trafficker who lived in Sammamish, Washington.
An awful lot of
They, along with
Jose's.
other co-conspirators, had large quantities of fentanyl, cocaine, and methamphetamine at their disposal, as well as over 50 firearms. These men and their co-conspirators were a grave threat to the safety of our communities. This case began with our team developing information that this group was bringing large quantities of fentanyl and cocaine north from California and Arizona. Our agents and officers infiltrated this group and began purchasing
What's going
guns
on,
and drugs from
everybody?
members of this ring charged in the indictment. Further investigation led to the discovery of a large stash location.
I apologize if I missed you as Zatoshi 444.
The DEA group in Centralia, Washington, along with our partners there, served a search warrant in Lewis County, where we seized a very large quantity of guns and fentanyl, along with laboratory materials. Of note, this fentanyl was colored and shaped to look like kinetic sand, which is a children's toy. Also, one of the tubs containing fentanyl had an improvised explosive device on its top. The Washington State Patrol Bomb Squad neutralized the device, and no one was harmed that day. The use of guns and bombs and fentanyl show the
The
disregard
hell's
this
happening?
group
These are James
displayed
Bond
towards our
villains selling
communities.
drugs? What
The
is going
fentanyl
on
alone
here?
seized in this case could have killed a staggering 3.3 million people. That's enough fentanyl to kill everyone who lives and works in King County.
I wonder how much
This group
time
not
they're going
only
to give them.
disregard the safety of the community, but they also endanger their own children. On several occasions,
The money,
members
the
of this group
drugs,
brought their young
The
children
guns,
as they sold fentanyl and weapons.
the taped up
Truly despicable.
handles.
Our team took down the
With
second
the
case on
potatoes.
October 16th, which was Operation Good Times. This case was a family affair, mostly involving Ecuadorian nationals from the Gautama Escandon family living in Renton, Washington.
Uh-oh.
DEA and our partners at the Snohomish Regional
Deportations.
Drug Task Force became aware of this case when the Tulalip Tribal Police Department performed a traffic stop and found a fentanyl courier on tribal land. Follow-up investigation led to the discovery of the Gautama Escandon crime family, who were selling fentanyl throughout the Puget Sound region. Of the 8 arrests in this case, 5 were siblings. As with the previous case, traffickers in this instance stashed their fentanyl in homes where children were present, ignoring the extreme danger fentanyl overdoses pose even to their own families. Our team seized just under $250,000 from this group, which shamelessly profited from the misery of their neighbors in our communities. DEA and our partners standing here work tirelessly to keep our communities safe. Taken together, this team seized a large amount of money and guns and drugs and an explosive device from 2 distinct transnational criminal organizations plaguing our region. We stopped over 3.5 million potentially lethal doses of fentanyl from hitting the streets in our hometown, saving countless lives. I'm proud of the work this team has done, and I'll thank you for coming. I'd like to introduce Assistant Chief Powell from the Seattle Police Department.
Good afternoon. I am Seattle Police Assistant Chief Nicole Powell. I am the Chief of the Investigations Bureau. This regional operation was launched by the Seattle Police Department after investigators tracked narcotics being sold in Seattle to California. In this case, detectives purchased narcotics and guns throughout West Seattle and North Seattle.
I accidentally sat
Our
on my
narcotics
chicken.
detectives tracked drugs back to a home in the Lake City neighborhood. At that home,
They had a
detectives
series
found
of
large
guns,
quantities
weapons,
of
and
narcotics
drugs.
destined for street-level distribution.
But where were the hoes at?
After some great police work, we learned of this interstate drug trafficking ring. The ability to work
Apparently,
with our federal
a deputy
partners
was
is
fatally
important to
shot
keep
in
our
Vero
cities safe
Beach,
for all.
Florida.
Thanks to all the hard work of the officers,
Trevor
detectives,
Mamdani.
and
Supposed to
professional
meet at
staff,
3
and to
o'clock.
our federal partners that helped bring this case forward. The city of Seattle and the region around the city are safer because of the work you have done. Thank you. Introducing Sheriff Johnson.
Can
Our
you
security
dig
officials there
it?
about a major bust over in the Seattle, Washington area. We heard from the U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Washington, but also from Seattle Police, and as you heard there, the Sheriff's Office as well. Gonna end our final 2-minute commercial break of the hour. My name is Josh Breslow.
I don't want this song to get in the way of my stream over here. And it tends to do that. But I guess I'm gonna get ready to end the show and come back with another one anyway. Why not? I think we got enough amazing news coverage. Till the next time, people, just do me one